I wanted
was
to die.
so cringe. I felt embarrassed. I think he felt embarrassed. I think you felt embarrassed for me.
If there was a window, I'd have climbed out of that train. It was horrible.
How are you doing night feeds and stuff? Are you taking turns or what?
Yeah, so when she was a newborn, I was very like we kind of was like rotating the times where once you get to that place and you're like, she just sleeps now.
Mm-hmm.
So now we was just like, oh my God, we got 5 hours.
Yeah.
Like at once.
It's mad how you appreciate, like you're literally like,
oh my God.
I had 4.5, 5 hours uninterrupted sleep. And it's like, what the fuck? I used to sleep 10 hours before I had kids.
Yeah.
10 hours.
You worked very hard at the gadget shop in your defense.
But then it's hard as a dad because I think I'm trying to see what I can do. Like, how can I help out? What do you want me to do? And it's hard because then I'm asking, like, what do you want me to do? And she's like, I just want you to do it. And I'm like, well, I don't know what.
No, we think that you should know.
How old is your child now?
We've got two. We've got 10 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
So when I first met you, your 10-year-old must have been newborn.
Yeah.
Because I think I've done your show the Chris Ramsey show. That's the first TV show I've ever been on, right?
Yeah.
Was it really?
I'd never been on a television show before or been on a set.
Oh,
that was the first show I was ever on.
Fantastic.
Yeah, thank you so much for that, by the way.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, no, I'd never forget that. But that was like my first time. I'm like, wow, I'm on a TV set.
Wow.
I'll never forget how incredibly successful you got just after being on my show. That was annoying. That was a fucking right kick in the day. Oh my God, he's a household name.
Chris is really
it wasn't when we had him. It wasn't when we had him.
Chris, you know, if there was an award for a person who's helped people in their career and not got there himself, you would win that.
No, my show had no impact on his career. It was like a day. It was like a night off.
I think for me, it was the first time being on TV, but also it was like, I get to see how it works.
How it all works.
And because I remember you was hosting your show and seeing how like you would talk to the audience before the show. I think it was myself and someone else from Made in Chelsea. I'm not too sure whose name was.
Yeah.
Spencer?
And then there was someone else who was on from Towie on the show.
Yeah, you were on a very odd mix of people.
Yes, yeah. But the way you was like talking to the audience and stuff, I was like, wow, this is so cool, man. I'm on an actual show. Yeah. And I was like, I'll never forget that. And I'll never forget the time. Do you remember when we was on the train coming back from Leeds Festival? Yeah. And I remember at this stage, it was still new. Everything was quite new to me. And I remember you was the person that got me into watches because I never bought a watch at this point. Wow. So you was the person that was like, I've got this watch. And I was like, oh, wow, I want to get one. And you gave me all the details without being like, because sometimes you can meet people, like I've met a few footballers and like, what watch you got? And I'm like, I just got this Rolex. It's not a Patek, is it? No, it's not a limited edition. And I'm like, no, it's not. I don't. I do corporates for Domino's, bro. But I remember you got me into watches, but I'll never forget that day when we was on the train and this guy came up to us. We was having a conversation.
Mate.
And this guy was like, Mo, big fan, man, big fan. And he was like, I just came from the races. What are you doing here? I said, I just had a comedy show.
Yeah.
And he's like, mate, any chance you can FaceTime my fiance? She's going to go mad.
It was mad.
Do you remember this?
I remember every bit of this.
I don't know.
So I was like, yeah, sure.
Right.
So he's on the train and he's FaceTime his fiance. He was a little bit drunk. And it was the
He
most
wasn't just drunk.
underwhelming response.
Oh, stop.
I
wanted to die.
So cringe. I felt embarrassed. I think he felt embarrassed. I think you felt embarrassed for me.
If there was a window, I'd have climbed out of that train. It was horrible.
I don't know this.
Yeah. He was a guy.
So was she just not bothered at all?
He was fucking coked off his nut, right? He had a big, fucking expensive watch on. Big watch, and he was a trader. He was he was a bit of a trader, money man, and he got you to FaceTime her. It was like she just woke up. She was just not. I was so upset. And then he spent the rest of the thing telling her how he's an investor and he can double her money and stuff. And I'll never. So if you give me like 50 bags, I can turn it. And I'm literally, you're like nodding, and we're both nodding. And I'm sure he went. I'm sure we were both like, what the fuck's 50 bags?
What is 50 bags?
I think it meant £50,000.
Okay.
But he kept saying bags. And we were like, what is this guy going on about?
One of my top 5 awkward interactions ever.
I'm so sorry.
Because it was the whole, I'm going to FaceTime this person. He's so excited. And I think now I know my boundaries where I'll be like, not right now, man. I'm just sitting with a friend, just having a chat. Whereas at this stage, you just say...
We were both quite new though, weren't we?
Yeah. You just say yes to everything. Yeah, sure. Yeah. And it was like, oh, look who I'm with. And she was like, oh, who's that?
That was it. Who's that? He went, it's more the comedian.
Yeah.
And I was like...
so awkward, man.
I know.
I was
so awkward.
Someone got a picture with us once. and she was like, and they were like, they're desperate for a picture with you. And she was stood there. She was like, I don't know who you are. Just everyone seems to know you. And you want the world to swallow you up.
Oh, yeah,
and die.
Yeah. Who are you then?
Yeah.
What you do?
Why
sorry,
is
I don't
everyone
watch
talking?
TV.
So that's the thing, right? It's the person who is there, who is annoyed that everyone else is excited to know who you are. They're the fucking hand grenade.
Yeah.
They're the
Why
hand
is everyone
grenade.
talking to you?
Where's who? Eh? I don't know who he is. But look, me being recognised, I'm not fucking attacking you by being recognised. It's not my fault that I'm being recognised. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And it's mad because at that time you're just giving people time who have just been like, oh man, what are you doing?
Which is brilliant. Don't get us wrong. It's the best thing ever.
You give them a conversation, you're talking, and then it's like, so what you do then? What you do then? You're like, I don't know, like do comedy. Where can I find it? Where do you find your comedy? I don't know. This is such a weird interaction because your friend wants a picture. But then you're questioning what I do. This is so awkward now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll look you up then.
Yeah.
But it's weird that the fact that their friend wants a photo doesn't validate the point.
Yes. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They go, well, this person wants a photo, so it's obviously it's fine. I mean, most people are 99.9% of people are fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What I get, I don't get as much anymore, but I used to get, which I used to love, was I know you. Where do I know you from? I go, I don't know. No, come on. What is it? I don't know. What then? And I go, I'm a comedian. It's not that. It fucking is that. I guarantee it's that, because I've never been to this town before and I've never met you or anyone who knows you. I will put my fucking house on that it's that. Right?
I had a girl one time walk past me and she's like, we're kind of walking through this door. So I've held the door open for her and she's walking and she goes, are you? And I was like, and then she's like, nah, it's not you. And she walked off. I wanted to run back. Like, it's me. It was me.
We're going to do the question in a minute, but what's happened to me recently is when someone says, well, what you been on the telly? Because then you have to end up saying, oh, I sometimes do stuff on the telly.
It's when you have to give them your CV.
And then you stood there in Sainsbury's telling some random woman all of the TV shows you've done.
Yes.
And then they still don't know who you are. And I'm like, I can't
watch that one.
Yeah, I've never seen that one. And I'm like, well, okay. Lovely to meet you.
Yeah. It's odd because this whole job is begging for validation, but then when you've got to do it on your big shop, it's a bit much like.
Yeah, but then sometimes I say all the things and I go, actually, it's not that much, is it? I probably should work a bit more. Lovely. Right, we're going to do this story.
Yes. Okay, so Mo, you have got it. Please keep me anonymous to read out for us.
All right.
Go for it.
Hi, Chris and Rosie. Please keep me anonymous, as I'm sure if the heathen this is about listens, he will know it's from me.
Oh my
God. Unless his actions weren't a one-off.
Oh,
this was juicy. I feel like I'm on Loose Women. This is fantastic, man. Okay.
This is like, them shitty magazines where on the front it's
the
like
column sections.
Yeah, this is what this is.
Yeah,
it's
like, that's not a thing anymore, is it?
I think they are. All them stuff, like stuck 6 cream eggs up my arse and all that shit. Like, this is what this is. This part of our podcast is this, and I love it.
Why do you always mention the story you sent in?
What was the best one? It was like something like went to the shop for quavers, ended up selling sex. Like, it's just
stuff like that.
Oh, wild.
They're great on there. Yeah.
Love it. Hope it never dies. It's a part of our culture that I really enjoy.
Before on the podcast, you talked about nicknames that people have given good or bad dates.
Yeah.
In brackets, for example, Nice Coatley.
Nice.
I wanted to share a nickname me and my friends have for a man I once went on a date with.
Okay.
It was a standard date, nothing too wild, just went out for some food and to get to know each other. It was all going well. We weren't clicking much, but nothing too offensive until the food arrived and he ate the entire thing with his hands.
You're not going to see what I think you're about to see.
He had mash. That was it. He had mash with his hands.
That's what you said. He ate mash with his hands. On a first date.
That is so wild.
That's horrible.
Of all the things you could eat, chips, pizza, but mash. Do you know how? That's crazy, man. Like, I keep picturing me if I had to eat mash with my hands.
I'd be devastated.
Like, I went to this one restaurant and you have to eat this food with your hands, but that's the premise. Like, everyone's doing it, so you get the kind of pancake with the rice and do all it. But mash in a place, Weatherspoons and cinnamon. Pass me the salt.
It's the worst one.
She said things did not work out with him, but he will forever be known as mash man, and for that reason, I've never been able to eat it since. Now that's fucking crazy, man.
Mash man! I was so excited to hear
Mash
the Mash man. That is wonderful. Oh, you know what his theme tune is? We do the mash. We do the monster mash.
Well
We
done.
do the mash. Mo, it's been awesome chatting to you, man. I can't believe you remember that guy from the train. I'm blown away.
Never forget that.
Yeah, it was awful. It was
Every time I go on
genuinely
the train,
awful.
I sit there and I'm like, please don't talk to me, man. Please. and if you do, please don't FaceTime your partner
I will
telling you I'm
never
there.
forget the genuine relief. Because when you're with another comedian, another famous person, and someone comes up and only loves one of you, you always take it a little bit personally. But when the FaceTime happened, I thanked the Lord that guy had no idea who I was.
Do you ever have this thing where you're with someone and like they're like, oh my God, it's you. Can I get a picture? And then you're like, oh, and then, you know, I remember once I was with Russell Howard and the guy was like, Russell Howard, mate, can I have a picture? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I'll take it for you. And I took the picture. But then, you know, some people who don't like attention. And Russell was like, oh, yeah, sure, mate. Yeah. And then he tried to pass it back to me. He's like, do you know who this is, though? I was like, they don't know who I am.
That's Russell.
I appreciate the sentiment.
Yeah.
But this person don't know me like that, man.